Look, Netflix is bigger than Disney and Universal, so they're not slowing down, and they're certainly looking to add more to their portfolio. Maybe even more Marvel. So when you look at Netflix and how they've just become this giant company in the last couple of years that went from being very doubtful if they were going to have a future to now ruining the entertainment industry, not even really putting movies out in theaters, things are certainly changing, and streaming is definitely the way of the future. You know, Fox selling to Disney's because they can't keep up with the streaming and online demand. Time Warner building their own services. Comcast wanted to buy Fox because of the same reason. Netflix leads ahead of Disney now and ahead of Comcast Universal. So things are changing, and you're always looking to add more to your portfolio. And Netflix certainly is no stranger to this, as we know that next year, 2019, they're making 800 original new pieces of content. That's between movies and TV shows. That's not counting episodes. Like, I'm talking about 800 new shows. That's a lot. And they're certainly not going to slow down, because they're said by 2020 they could even double that. So Netflix find themselves in a position where they're literally unstoppable. And recently, when they talked about the idea of Marvel and the future of it, they said, look, we're always talking about it. Specifically, the vice president was like, we love the Marvel partnership. It helped to get us where we are, and certainly we're always looking at it. And then he goes, well, we had the original contracts, and that was meant for one season each, but demand. If there's demand, we can sit down with Marvel, and we do sit down with Marvel and Disney, and we talk to them. And certainly that's happened. Look at Punisher. How long have people been clamoring for Punisher? And suddenly they're like, fine, we'll add him to season 2. And then people are like, whoa, this is amazing. They're like, all right, people want this. And Disney was willing to give up Punisher because he has no place in their streaming service. So certainly there's possibilities out there that there's going to be more. I've talked about it before, and I'll talk about it again. Daughters of the Dragons is most likely happening. Like, there is no way that doesn't happen. There is just no way. It's primed for that, and it makes a lot of sense. And honestly, it gets me more excited because diversity in all of these properties, I think, is very welcoming, because it doesn't restrict Netflix on their creativity, because ABC is the one making these shows. ABC makes Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Cloak and Dagger, Runaways, and all the Netflix shows. And they're all different from one another because they're not being pushed towards the same exact platform. Different platforms, different viewers, more creative freedom. So I think we're going to get something probably soon, and by soon I mean the next 2 years, and it really won't surprise me if it's the Daughters of the Dragon or even that Moon Knight or Blade series, because it's definitely coming. There's been enough demand and they keep teasing it, so it's got to happen at some point.